All right, fifth graders, this is Mr. Combs here, and we will be going over our Standard 5 NBT 7 on your final day of math this week of May 4th. So without any further ado, I'm going to get going. So question number 1. Mercedes had $15 she earned from babysitting. She bought a new cell phone cover for $7.54 and a soda for $2.32. How much money will Mercedes have left over? So I'm going to think about this problem in two ways. I circled my numbers in here, and I'm thinking about how much money she has left over. So in order to solve this, I'm going to have to figure out a couple different things. The first thing I'm going to have to figure out is how much money she spent. So I'm going to write 1 for money spent. I'm going to write a 2 for money left. And so for me to figure out how much money she spent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up $7.54 and then the amount for the soda of $2.32. I'm going to do that over here. So I'm going to use addition. So I'm going to put $7.54 on top. Okay, and then I'm going to be really sure that I line this up by place value. My ones are under my ones, my tenths are under my tenths, my hundredths are under my hundredths. And then I'm just going to simply add. I know that 4 plus 2 gives me 6, 5 plus 3 gives me 8, and then 7 plus 2 gives me 9. Okay, so she spent $9.86. And so I'm going to compare now how much money she spent to her total money. And I know that when I'm comparing, I'm going to use subtraction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 15. Okay, I'm going to add I'm going to add my decimal point and a 0 in the tenths and hundredths place, just so I can have that nice and lined up when I'm subtracting $9.86. Okay, and so I line that up. My ones are under my ones, tenths under my tenths, hundredths under my hundredths. I'm going to start my farthest place value, my smallest place value. Can't take 6 away from 0, so I'm going to go to the next place value. There's nothing there, so we're going to go to our ones place. That 5 is going to turn into a 4 when we regroup. 10, okay, in my tenths now. Okay, get rid of that guy. He's turning into a 9. And then finally, 10 minus 6 gives me 4. 9 minus 8 gives me 1, okay? And I'm going to drop my decimal point down. Can't take 9 away from 4. Moving to my tens place, that 1 turns into a 0. 14 minus 9 is now going to give me 5. And so she has $5.14 left over. Alrighty, we're going to keep moving on to our next one. This second problem is just a simple addition problem. So the biggest thing that we need to remember is that we're just lining up our place value. So I have 18 and 62 hundredths plus 12 and 9 tenths. I'm going to add a 0 in my hundredths place there just so I can have it nice and lined up. I know what I'm adding. You don't have to. You could just think about dropping that 2 down, but I like having it nice and kind of each one of those numbers having the same place value. So starting in my hundredths, 2 plus 0 gives me 2. 6 plus 9 gives me 15. Leave the 5, regroup that 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 2 is going to give me 11. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Then I'm going to drop that decimal point down right where it should go between my tenths and my ones place. So my answer is 31 and 52 tenths. Okay? And so if we're explaining how to find the sum, I would say line up numbers by place value and correctly add. Alrighty, okay, question number 3 now. We're going to keep moving. This one is a little bit more of an involved word problem, so we're going to look at this. So Sarah has 4 weeks to earn $18 so she can buy a new game. Okay, that's her goal. Below is a list of jobs she can choose from. She only has enough time to do one job per week. Which jobs could she choose? Okay, so what I'm going to start thinking about is if I multiply each one of those, okay, by 4, would it equal 18? Or is there a combination of things that I could add up to equal 18? So we're going to show 2 different ways, okay? So I'm just going to split that right down the middle. This will be way 1 and way 2, okay? All right, and for this one, I'm going to be thinking about just adding these up. So let's start with way 1. We could see if she mows lawns that first week, we could have $3.45. And then how about we say she trims trees the second week, $5.75. Okay, so we're going to add those up. I'm just going to put a little kind of 1 and 2 over here to signify those weeks. Okay, so I know that 5 plus 5 gives me 10. Leave the 0, regroup the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 is going to give me 12. Leave the 2, regroup the 1. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is going to give me 9. Okay, so that's $9.20. So I know that it's 4 weeks, and so when I'm just even thinking about this, I know that $9.20, right, 9 times 2 is going to equal $18. So if she did that exact same thing for weeks 3 and 4, she could have enough money to buy the game. So when I'm thinking about this, we'll kind of mix it up, and we'll add some other stuff in. So we will do week 3 and week 4 over here. Now we're going to add those. And so I'm going to just do exactly what I did over here. I know that $9 is enough if I multiply that times 2 to give me 18. So we're going to do this again, $3.45. She mowed lawns that third week, and now she is going to trim trees that fourth and final week. $5.75. 5 plus 5 gives me 0, or 5 plus 5 gives me 10. Leave the 0, regroup the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 gives me 12. Regroup that 1. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9. Okay, so now what we would have to do is we're going to have to add those together. I'm going to kind of cross out my answer space, so I'll write that down below. I'm going to do some work over here now, just since I'm running out of room. So then I'm going to add up my totals for weeks 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So $9.20 plus $9.20, 0, 4, and then 18. Okay, all right, so this could be one answer for us. Okay, so one answer, she could mow lawns and trim trees and do that 2 times over the course of 4 weeks and make enough money to earn that game. So our next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of step it up a little bit, and we're going to think about doing just some multiplication here right now. And I'm going to look at doing trimming trees. So if she has 4 weeks, that means I'm going to multiply times 4, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do $5.75 times 4, and we're going to see if that equals at least $18. So first thing I'm going to do, 5 times 4 gives me 20. Leave the 0, regroup the 2. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 2 is going to give me 30. Leave the 0, regroup the 3. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3, okay, is 23. So we'll just leave that as 23. And I know for multiplication with decimals, I'm going to count the number of place values behind my decimal that are smaller than my decimal, and then I'm going to take that from the back of my answer and then stick it the correct amount of jumps from the back of my number. So for example, I have 2 places, my tenths and my hundredths, 1, 2. I'm going to start here at the back, 1, 2. I'm going to place my decimal point right between the 3 in my ones place and the 0 in my tens place. So that's going to be it for this video today. We do have a part 2 for our final problem on the back. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening, and I appreciate y'all.